Okay, it is another day, another video, another episode. Welcome guys to my YouTube channel. My name is Mirabel Satuame, and this is a channel that promotes values, just to look into my daily life, see how I live, you know, just a little bit of who Sato really is. Even me, I'm using this channel to discover myself, you know. But yes, but this is faith, this is lifestyle, this is Mirabel, a woman of value. So welcome to another episode. Today we are going to talk about, well, the main thing here is consistency, but let's just start with how I just turned a year older recently. Yeah. And you know, for some people when they get older, it's almost like a sober reflection, a post-nut clarity, if you will. Don't ask me how I know that, I just do. And for my birthday, I did a lot of things, but I sat down and kind of took a is the word reflection of my life. Is that a fly? Well, he just gonna have to be in the video too, because I don't have strength to chase a fly right now. But anyways, so yeah, so birthdays, sober reflections. I took a stock account of my life, you know, much like the servants and the masters in the Bible, when you talk about how the master will come back from a far journey and you ask the servants like, oh, so what you got going on, like what have you done so far with your lives? That's basically what I did. What have I done so far with my life? Say hi to the fly, guys. So far with my life, and some were good, but a lot could be worked on, you know. So I just decided to finally face one of my biggest problems, I think, with myself, which is inconsistency. I am very inconsistent sometimes with my word. Not really, but it can be. Am I inconsistent with my words? I think maybe I need to still simmer on that a little bit. But I'm inconsistent in things that I put out. So maybe I can start a project, I'll be excited, I'll be hyped, then you know, waves came, winds blew, and suddenly Mirabel is over it. She's done, she's tired, she's zilch nada. You know, you get the point. But basically, I just find that I start things and I either don't finish them or just do them haphazardly. All right. So recently, I listened to an Apostle Selman video, or teaching rather, that changed my life actually. And it was actually very recent. It was his the Koinonia experience. Was it that one? No. It was actually the one on Independence Day. So he just spoke about how he spoke about lots of things, but what he said is the foundation for this video basically. So I wrote a lot of things down here. Not really much here. I don't even know why I'm using this laptop. Actually, I plan to do some work later, that's why it's here. Not because I want to show off aesthetics, even though it helps. It really helps. I see why YouTubers be doing it, but I actually really want to use it later. But anyways, so inconsistency is basically maybe you start something, maybe you are hyped about it, maybe you are excited, maybe everybody else is doing it, or maybe God actually gives you something and says start, and along the line you either don't ask him for a strategy, or you don't sit down to simmer and like actually get a vision of what you want for your life, or whatever it is that you're putting out. I know what the Bible says about that when there's no vision, the people take off the reins, or they perish, or they lose control. Something happens to a people that has no vision. I don't want to point fingers at Nigeria, but catch yourself. Anyway, so that is basically inconsistency. It's just going like this. It's like there's nothing. So from that message I watched by Apostle Selman, these are the 4 things. When I also sat down, when I also sat down, These were the 4 things I identified that were the sponsors of inconsistency. These are personal for me. Maybe watch this, I hope it speaks to you, but this is personal for me. So number 1, whenever I put out projects, it's because I'm excited about them, but I don't actually have a clear vision of like, okay, so what is this project? Where do you see it going in like the next, I don't know, 5-10 years, or okay, at most, or at least a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, you know. What kind of value do you think this project would offer, or this thing you want to do would offer to the society, you know? Like, where are you going, ma'am? That's exactly what a vision is. Where are we going? Where is this taking us to? Where are we going? Who, like, are we driving? Are we walking? Are we taking a flight? Like, what can we afford? Where are we starting from? Who are we going to impact? You know, these are all, I know I'm throwing this all out there, but these are all the ingredients to this thing called vision. Okay, so I didn't have a vision for any of my channels. I didn't have a vision. I just, you know, put things out there. And I'm not saying that it's not wrong to put things out there, but I mean, after a while, especially as somebody who takes in the image of God, who takes after God. God is very intentional about everything he does, and I watch him because I behold him, so I'm transformed into his image. So I basically like to take stock accounts of my life. Like, even as I get older, it's like it's a more sobering reality that, oh yes, you know, eternity and salvation, just what has paid for all of that, but there's work to do here. There's a reason why God has me here at this point in time. There's a vision he has for my life, and I need to plug in, get the vision. And now we go to my number 2 point, which is strategy. Good, you have a vision. Good, you have a strategy. No, you have a vision, right? You have something you see yourself doing. You have a plan for the future, like Jeremiah 29:11. You know, so okay, so how are we gonna get there? Like I mentioned earlier, are we taking a bus? Are we taking a flight? Are we walking? Are we crawling? Are we taking a horse? Like, you know, that's strategy. So how do we achieve this vision? Are we starting small? Are we starting big? Now, for the believers, your strategy is going to come from the person who gave you the vision in the first place. And you know who that is? Ding, 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 Jesus! Yes. So when you get the vision from God, God tells you, okay, start an orphanage. You thank him sincerely from the bottom of your heart. Then you praise him a little bit. Then you ask him, okay, so how are we doing it? Because I ain't got no money, I have never raised children before. Do I need to take a course? Do I need to put out posters on social media to attract people who are going to donate? Do I need to start sourcing for partners? Do I need to do like what they did at the wall of Jericho and just dance around 7 times? You need to find out what the strategy is, which is a very big thing for me, because I have had so many visions and I never go back to ask God, what is the strategy? What is the plan? How are we executing this? And sometimes I'm not even patient. Sometimes Pastor Sam said something. They said, God said something to you, and maybe it failed. But the problem was not God. The problem was you. You did not sit down with your father to say, okay, so what is the vision? Okay, you received the vision. Now, what is the strategy? How are we going to do this, God? Especially now, if you know God, he usually gives you visions that are bigger than yourself. For example, Joseph had the entire tribes of Israel, meaning his brother, his father, and everybody bowing to him. I'm very sure if you had asked God what's the strategy, that conversation would have ended differently. That's also part of the mix as a believer. That yes, even when I'm talking about this, there's also a part that will always be unknown, and it's fine. That's the God factor. But you want to ask God how exactly you're going to go about, or what he wants you to do in the meantime, or as part of the plan, or the plan to achieve the vision. If he says, okay, it's all on me, then that's different. That's a different situation. But if there's a part you have to play, the point of all this English I've been saying is that you better ask him, so you know if you're just gonna sit still, or you know if you're going to have to do something like you know, make a course. But basically you're gonna have to do something. Just ignore what I was about to say. Then number 3, another way to deal with inconsistency is you're gonna have to start making some sacrifices. I recently had to go back to the gym. Is it expensive? Yes. Can I afford it? We are on a God is our supplier diet. But is it worth it? Yes. You know why? Because over 2-3 years ago, when I used to go to the gym when I was in medical school, I noticed that because of my consistency in the gym, it began to affect the other areas of my life. I began to become, that consistency flowed into other areas of my life. So I could do this, I would do this, I'd wake up early, get things done, you know, have like an itinerary for the day. But the minute I just woke up to wake up, yeah, it's been a lot of inconsistency since then. I could literally see the downward trail, like a stock market tractor, what they call that thing, where the red line begins to go all the way and you just see, oh, this is where it started from. You know, that was literally what I was saying. But yeah, you have to make some sacrifices. You know, the gym be kicking my behind, but it is worth it. You know, if it takes you sacrificing your sleep, you know, paying money for a course, you know, upgrading what you know up here, you know, taking some time off work, you know, asking around for mentors. Please be prayer-led, don't be mentored into rubbish. Yeah, so you would have to make some sacrifices to deal with inconsistency, you know. I mean, Jesus made a whole sacrifice. He sacrificed himself, and now here we are. This vision became reality. So you're gonna have to do the same, sweetie. The 4th thing in dealing with inconsistency is actually the first thing. Get God's help. I had been praying, and if you watch my YouTube channels, I had been always talking about, oh God, help me with inconsistency, oh God, help me with inconsistency. I would always say it in my videos, and well, child, it's a whole testimony because he helped me. Okay, he did, and now I'm here. And you know, even though I'm just starting out, but I started implementing some of the things that he gave me to implement, and I could already see the changes in, you know, certain things that I'm doing now. So never be afraid to ask God for help, mamacita, papacita. Don't be afraid to ask God for help. I was telling my younger sister earlier today, she had some troubles in school and she was struggling with a little few things here and there. So I said, why don't you ask God for help? And she was like, oh, because, you know, I can handle it myself. Baby, you've been handling this by yourself for a while and you are failing beautifully. So even if you think you can handle it, ask God for help. I, in my pride, definitely thought I could handle all of this. Yeah, no, I was not doing a good job at all in stewarding everything that God had placed in my hands. So I finally surrendered and said, God, help me. And he did. So with these 4 points of mine, I hope I have been able to inform you and give you access to some knowledge on ways to deal with inconsistency. It's a short video and I hope you enjoy it. I hope it changes your life. I hope, you know, you become a better steward of your time here on earth and whatever resources and information and whatever God places in your hands. I am so Christianese. It's okay, it's all right. Anyways, so please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, All Shades of Mirabel, Simply Osato. All Shades of Mirabel, Simply Osato. Is that a channel name change I smell? I'll think about it. Bye guys.